What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This is your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, y'all. Before we get going on our video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, share the video, turn on your notification, and go follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. Also, if you got a breakdown or a prediction that you want me to do, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. And also, please check out our live shows. I'm live every single Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, where we discuss the hottest topics in boxing. I'm live every Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, where we break down and we predict all the upcoming fights for that weekend. And I'm also live on Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and that's where we, recap all the action with the singing OG, KQKC Boxing Network. Before we get going in the video, man, on our videos today, you'll be hearing us say rest in peace to Curtis Anderson, Kurt Sugar. I've had a couple of interactions with him, man. He was a great brother, a boxing historian. You could find him co-hosting with Blue Blood Sports TV on a regular basis, and just one of the most knowledgeable, if not the most knowledgeable, boxing minds I've come across since starting my channel, and just come across in my life in general. So I want to say, condolences to him, his family, and all those that know him and love him and is near and dear to their heart. Again, I've had a couple of interactions with him, and you could see the good spirit that he had, man. He was always kind, and just someone that you could really tell. All you had to do was talk to him for 30 seconds, and you could tell how much he loved boxing. So I want to say rest in peace to him, man, and your thoughts and prayers are with me and my family. So, and hope his family, can get through this tough time and deal with that loss, because that's a huge loss. But let's get to the video, man. This is a good topic because we got a big fight coming up. We got Thurman versus Barrios, and we wanna address a few things. Number one, Keith Thurman is accusing Mario Barrios of asking for larger gloves. For those of y'all that don't know the ins and outs, usually from 147 pounds down, they fight in 8-ounce gloves. 147 and up, they'll fight in 10-ounce gloves, right? Keith Thurman is accusing Mario Barrios of trying to fight in 10-ounce gloves. Here's the clip. Here's the clip right here.
That I get to bring into the table, but it is a little bit of a risk. The fight has been coming down, and I think he acknowledges the risk to some degree because his team opted to fight in 10-ounce gloves and not 8. Okay, so it's a ruling that only the Nevada Boxing Commission has, where both fighters must agree upon 8-ounce gloves. Otherwise, they're automatically going to be given 10-ounce gloves. So obviously, they didn't come to me. They know my answer. When they asked Mario Barrios, his team opted out of it, so we're going to have to wear some bigger gloves. I had to call up Rival. I had to give them the bad news. They're mocking up a new pair for me, and it is what it is.
So there you have it. What Keith Thurman is saying is that both fighters have to agree when they fight in Las Vegas, Nevada. They have to agree that they're going to fight in the 8-ounce gloves. He said he would sign off on it because that's what he fight in. He said Mario Barrios wouldn't sign off on it, and so as a result, they fighting in 10-ounce gloves. So you can view this a couple of ways, and what we're going to attempt to answer in this video is, number one, is Mario Barrios scared in light of this accusation from Keith Thurman? Because, again, I haven't heard Mario Barrios' side of it. This is just Keith Thurman talking. And then, can Mario Barrios beat Keith Thurman? Not picking a fight right now, not breaking down the fight styles or whatever, but just does he even have a shot? Is what we're gonna talk about here. First, let's go with, is he scared? Now, let's work off the basis that what Keith Thurman is saying is true. That indeed, Mario Barrios doesn't want to fight in 8-ounce gloves. That he's trying to fight in 10-ounce gloves. There could be a few reasons for that. Number one, he could be a little cautious of Keith Thurman's power. He could be worried about that. Simply off the strength of he ain't never fought at 147 pounds. Keith Thurman is much more accomplished. Obviously, he's been at welterweight as a former unified champion longer, and so Mario Barrios is a little hesitant to fight in those 8-ounce gloves, man. But the other side of that is Mario Barrios been fighting in 8-ounce gloves his whole career, so that's what he's used to. And so coming up to 147, fighting in 8-ounce gloves, like that should be nothing for him, right? So what other reasons could he have other than being scared that Keith Thurman could hurt him in those gloves? And honestly, 2 ounces, they don't really make that much of a difference, I mean. So in my opinion, I believe that it's 2 sides to every story. I'd love to hear Mario Barrios comment on this. But secondly, if it is true, if he did try to do this, I believe it's more gamesmanship than being scared. Because scary dudes don't move up and fight Keith Thurman in their first fight at welterweight. Like, if you scary, you don't do that shit. I'm sure he could have gotten the tune-up. I'm sure when they called him with this opportunity, he didn't have to take this opportunity. But yes, of course, he wants the big money. And of course, he wants to solidify his career, but he didn't have to take this fight. Scared people don't make the moves that Mario Barrios is making. So I believe if this is true, it's gamesmanship on his part. A little heavier gloves, getting Keith's mind a little bit. He ain't fought in 3 years. Maybe, you know, hands feel a little bit heavier after 7 or 8 rounds because you've been carrying 2 extra ounces or, you know, 4 extra ounces around the ring. You know, little shit like that just to try to play mind games, I believe. I'm not reading into this because I'm sure these boxers know if you get hit flush with an 8-ounce glove with no headgear on, or you get hit flush with a 10-ounce glove with no headgear on, I mean, shit. Like, bro, the reaction probably gonna be the same. So I ain't reading too much into that shit. Now, let's go to the next part. Can Mario Barrios beat Keith Thurman? It's a lot of people that don't give Mario Barrios a shot. They think Keith Thurman is levels above him. They think that he don't have the skill of Keith Thurman or the talent of Keith Thurman, all of which may be true. But what's also true is that Keith Thurman has been on the decline for years. He's been on the decline for years. You go look at his box rec. You go watch his fights. You look at his activity level. You're talking about a fighter who's fought 5 or 6 times in 7 years. Highly inactive fighter. You're talking about a fighter whose name is one time, but he hasn't stopped anyone since 2015. And that was Collazo. You're talking about a fighter who, in his last 2 fights, has been knocked down. He's been hurt multiple times in both fights. And then you find yourself asking, how much better is Josecito Lopez than Mario Barrios? Josecito Lopez, he got outboxed, but he almost stopped Keith Thurman. And then you talk about the inactivity. Keith Thurman hasn't been in the ring since July of 2019. So this will be his first fight, in 2.5 years. And he's a fast starter. Well, if you come out and you're rusty because you haven't fought in 2.5 years, you haven't felt punches in 2.5 years, that fast start, that might be over. And then we got to worry about your gas tank. Don't nothing get you ready for boxing like boxing. You can't. I don't care how many miles you run. I don't care how many pull-ups, bench presses, strengthening. I don't care how much you do. If you ain't been in a 12-round fight in 2.5 years, you're gonna get tired, bro. Towards the end, you ain't used to that shit no more. That's a different type of conditioning. Sparring, you can spar those rounds. That's cool, but ain't nothing like a fight. Ain't nothing like being active and fighting 2-3 times a year. Mario Barrios has been more active than Keith Thurman. He's in better fight shape. He's used to the shit. So, with that being said, if I tell you that there's a fighter who got hurt in his last 2 fights, who is very soft to the body, who can be hurt to the body, who hasn't fought in 3 years, and has had injury problems throughout his career, and he's fighting a guy who is bigger than him, because I don't know if y'all saw the face-off. I did. Mario Barrios is way bigger than Keith Thurman. So he's fighting a fighter who's bigger than him and who is trained by one of the great teachers and game planners in boxing, in Virgil Hunter. So you know the fighter's going to come in with a good game plan. You telling me that fighter don't have a shot to beat the inactive fighter. And the other fighter got good heart. And you can tell me, look, Keith Thurman hit harder than Tank Davis. Cool. But Mario Barrios was boxing with, some people believe that he was outboxing Tank Davis the first 4 or 5 rounds. Now, I would argue and I would tell you Tank Davis is more skilled than Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman may hit harder, but Tank Davis's punches are sharper. He's more elusive. He has faster hands. He's more explosive, A to B, with his feet. So, I mean, shit. If he can box with Tank Davis, why can't he box with Keith Thurman? And that was an active Tank Davis, right? That was a Tank Davis that didn't have to cut as much weight, so a stronger Tank Davis up at 140 than he is at 130 and even 135, in my opinion. So I'm just confused, and I'm really interested to see this fight, because people aren't giving Mario Barrios a shot. I give him a shot. You look at the odds, they give him a shot. So either I'm wrong and Vegas wrong, or a lot of y'all thinking Keith Thurman gonna blow this man out is wrong. Activity matters. Injury matters. How you looked in your previous fights matters. Not fighting for damn near 3 years, that shit matters in a boxing ring, bro. Like, we can't act like it don't. So, an injury could pop up. You cannot react. Like, and another thing, it's bad for your punch resistance. A guy in Keith Thurman who already didn't have much punch resistance to the body. Not fighting, not taking shots, being inactive, that don't help your punch resistance, bro. So how do we know if he's going to react to punches the same way? So very intriguing matchup. As we get closer to it, I'm more excited for it. I can't wait to break it down and predict it tomorrow. I'm still on the fence. I'm still studying these fighters. I don't know who I'm going to pick yet, but I'm here to tell you, just like I told people and no one wanted to listen to me, I said, hey, man, Caleb Plant's going to be competitive against Canelo. I got Canelo stopping him late, but people think he's just going to walk through Canelo in 3 or 4 rounds and just do this to him, do that. I mean, thinking that Canelo's just going to walk through Caleb Plant in 3 or 4 rounds and do this and do that. That's not going to happen in this fight. Canelo had to figure some shit out. He had to get it right, and I counted on Canelo to do that shit. He did that shit just like I said he would. I told people, look, man, Gary Russell, he dealing with a lot, bro. He dealing with a lot. He talking about he injured. He got all this personal shit going on. He missed weight the first time. I don't know what's going to happen and how it's going to happen, but it's hard for me to pick Gary Russell winning this fight. Injury, 3rd, 4th round, boom, changes the whole fight. Now Mark McSayo escapes with a narrow victory against a fighter that we all know is better than him, against a fighter that we all know is more talented than him. But in boxing, you only got to be better for one night and one moment. That's what makes the sport so great. Where if Gary Russell and Mark McSayo, if they fight 9 out of 10 times, Gary Russell probably beats him. That's the point of an upset. But when you talk about can a fighter win, like, and you talk about signs of an upset, you always talk about, like, how did the more talented fighter look in his last 2 fights? How often have they fought? How is the challenger? Do they have a good chin? Do they got heart? Have they been in there with tough opposition? So all the signs are there. I ain't saying I'm picking Mario Barrios. We'll pick this fight tomorrow. But I am saying he got a shot. He does have a chance to win this fight. But y'all let me know what y'all think down below, man. Let me know about the first part of the video. What do y'all think about the glove situation? Let me know what y'all think about the second part. Does Mario Barrios even have a shot? I say he does have a shot. Is he going to win? Find out tomorrow on our live stream if you want to know what's going to happen before it happens, because y'all know we the prediction king over here, man. Y'all know what we do. But other than that, man, I appreciate y'all watching the video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Y'all go check out our live shows. We live Wednesday nights, we live Friday nights, and we live Sunday mornings. Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, breaking down the hottest topics in boxing. Live on Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, breaking down and predicting all the upcoming fights for that week. And I'm live Sunday mornings with Singing OG, KQKC Boxing Network, where we break down and we recap all the action from that weekend. But I appreciate everybody watching the video. Enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out of here. Peace, y'all.